Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile, Escape from the Pit. I can promise you, no more spiders in this episode. I can also show off the loot we got. So, the pile of gems we got are in fact uncut rubies. They're not useful to us, but we can sell them for a pretty good amount of gold. Not that we need that much more anymore. We also have Necklace of Lords and a spider statue. The Necklace of Lords is super valuable and gives the regenerate ability. At that price, it's probably at least equivalent to a gold ring of regeneration, which is nice. The spider statue is just a gem, and again, can be sold for monies. Grey mold is a tool, ability ingredient, and apparently is so rare it cannot be sold. Priceless. So we don't have a lot of inventory space to work with right now, but hopefully I can make it work without too much behind-the-scenes shenanigans. So now it is time to explore more of the northern waters of Exile. And yes, these islands are crawling with Empire soldiers. Let's see, am I strong enough to make them run away? I am not. This could be interesting, but no demons this time. Okay, that wasn't so bad. But if I hit this special dot, I'm pretty sure I will trigger another strong battle with Empire soldiers and their pet demon, and I would rather not waste time on that right now. Some hot lava over there. Interesting. But we can't get there from here. Yeah, you can't get me. I'm on a boat. So yeah, we've got a bunch of Empire soldiers here, wandering around looking for something, keeping tabs on Exile. I'm not so sure I like this, if they're going to throw us down here and then continue to mess around in our affairs. Like, it's bad enough that we're exiled. Can we not be left alone here? I don't remember where this tunnel goes. Suddenly a group of demons teleports in front of you and attacks. Okay. And they're gone. Right. So yeah, spontaneous demons. We might be getting closer to Khoth. The savaged and shredded body of a soldier has been left here, probably some time ago. The bits of armor remaining seem to be from the surface world. Nearby, surprisingly, you find an unbroken wand. Okay. Empire soldier ran into some trouble. Good for him. There's more stuff along the shores of this river. This seems like an area I might want to check out at some point. Huh. Is there anything interesting over here? No, it's an orb-only area, but it's only here to taunt us. Sometimes that happens. This looks like it could be demony. They do enjoy their lava. There is an obelisk here with runes on the sides. Here sits the lair of Khoth the Mighty, Khoth the Wise. Khoth frowns upon trivial and treacherous visits. Well, it's not Khoth. Hi? Living statues. Great. Okay, this is going to take a bit of work. Really? Oh, living statues and golems. Die, will you? This may take more work than I thought. Finally! I forgot how tough golems were. So we've got a cave. There must be more to it than just this simple cave, and there is. Hello. Sharply contrasting with the rough, natural stone outside, these gigantic halls are lovely, well-shaped, and ancient beyond your reckoning. Every sound you make echoes down high, arched corridors into distant amphitheaters. When you look closely, you see that the stone blocks of the floor are covered with tiny scratches, as if from claws. So we have quite the impressive library here. An insubstantial shade wields a very real broom and sweeps the giant halls. I have none. I sweep. Such is the bidding of my master. The spirit ignores you. Okay then. So, some sort of powerful magical being what likes books and quiet servants lives here. Have we found the Uber Librarian? Giant shaman, really? On this pedestal is a row of huge scrolls, each on leather, wrapped around a bar of steel. You notice there is an open space in the row where another scroll can go. There is a ring of statues around the pedestal. Their eyes glow red. Somehow I've got a bad feeling about trying to take a scroll. The moment the scroll leaves the surface of the pedestal, it disappears from your hand. Then the other scrolls disappear. Then flames shoot from the eyes of the statues, searing you. Oops. Yeah, let's not do that. I imagine that move would tick off the owner of the scrolls as well. A ghostly figure carries a pile of books. I have no name. I look after the books. I fetch and sort. Spirits are pretty simple here. Are you the same one I talked to earlier? No. A shade wanders the halls, carrying a side of some sort of meat. I have none. I hunt and return. My master has given me the skill to bring down meat. Okay, nifty. I guess the master doesn't want to go out and do his own hunting. The floor in this library is covered with runes. There are thousands of lines of them, curving and spiraling across the floor, each one painstakingly and intricately carved into the rock. The patterns are beautiful and hypnotic, but if they have any meaning, it escapes you, and will continue to do so until you have a better understanding of the tongue of dragons and of their minds and hearts. Yep, that's right, bit of a spoiler, but Khoth is in fact a dragon. As we see here. A long, sinuous dragon sits coiled here, in contemplation of a huge scroll. When she sees you, she looks up and grimaces. Oh, she's a she in this version. Neat. I am Khoth. I am no friend to humans. She snorts. Smoke and flame billow forth. I increase my wisdom most of the time. The rest, I deal with intruders. So you, don't like humans? She blasts flame into the air in anger. You are exiles. You are not of the empire above. Were that not the case, your puny band would be dead now in vengeance. Okay. Someone ticked off the dragon. Oh, your deaths would be slow and agonizing. Her claws rake the ground in anger and agitation. I would entrap you in barriers and starve and burn you for days and years. This is the reward for cheating a dragon. Knows nothing of interest about the Empire. Her eyes blaze. A long forked tongue licks her lips. She struggles to contain herself. Humans from above came to me once, offering a deal. I would make wards for a tower of theirs. In return, they would give me many books from the surface. I made the wards, but they only gave me a few books, and stole something as well. They wanted to keep the secret of the wards safe, so they took a hostage. They took a scroll, precious beyond words, filled with the heritage and history of my mighty people. Irreplaceable! She writhes in fury. Curse the day I made those puny wards! She roars. I will never be fooled by humans again! You are interested? Well, there is a hidden tower near here, across the river. It blocks a passage. To go through, you need to pass several wards of my making. If you don't know the correct ritual, you die. Khoth drags a claw across the ground. The sound makes your hair stand on end. It's a very simple ritual, and one I will provide very cheaply. Return my scroll to its proper place, and I will teach it to you. They stole one of my set of unique scrolls on the history of dragonkind and spirited it away. I found one of their lairs nearby and destroyed it, but the scroll was nowhere inside. I don't know where they put it, but maybe there are clues in the ruin. The ruin of the human lair I devastated lies several caverns to the southwest, in a swamp. It is no longer well hidden. Search it well, and you may find a way to the scroll. Find it, and I can reward you. Wisdom and intruders. I am not one to welcome humans, not anymore, and now we know why. Of the dragons in these caves, only Brother Motrax and I truly appreciate the wonders of learning, the joys of intellect. The difference is that I prefer solitude, and he doesn't. But then he hasn't been cheated yet, like I have, by humans! At any rate, he is much wiser than my other siblings. Atherin wishes only to be alone in his hole. Fool Pyrog plays foolish power games with the mortals of the tunnels. Sulfras is good for contemplating his own might and little more. She sighs. We dragons are a strong but sorry lot. Fortunately, they are my brothers in race. They aren't my broodlings. So the dragons here are actually not all blood siblings. They call each other siblings because they are all dragons. Well, we did just stumble onto yet another quest hook here. We're not going to get around to it for at least a few more episodes yet, though, I think. And the giant shaman is still here. Also a slith. I don't remember if there's anything much back here worth looking for. I'm going to ignore the darts, and I'm going to ignore the slith as much as I can. He's not hitting me that often. This tunnel leads down and away from Khoth's lair. It seems to be some sort of rear exit. ghostly figure wanders around, dusting and cleaning. No. I clean the caverns, as per my master's orders. The spirit ignores you. Mighty Khoth. Okay. Oh, that was quite interesting, but it still wasn't a demon prison. So I'm going to deal with these guys, and then we'll move on. Okay then, and I think I need a rest before I run into anything else. Much better. So we will certainly be back down this river at some point if there is a hidden Empire tower to find and mess up. And if we wanted to go back to Barga to get any identification or training, from here we could. Now we get into a new cavern. I actually kind of like all these little curves and corners with nothing of interest in them. It makes the world feel more real, less tailored to adventurers. A huge Hakai has been imprisoned here, chained to the wall by silver-runed chains. It looks at you listlessly. "Free me, humans," it croaks, "and you will be well rewarded." Well, gosh, do we take the suggestion of the obviously evil demon? The moment you cut the chains, the demon's sluggishness disappears. It utters a hoarse bark, and friends appear. Then it shouts, "Free at last, and now to food and the beginnings of new wealth." Unfortunately, the next spell he casts makes it clear he looks to you as a good source of food and wealth. It's Demon Slayer time. Okay, he talked a big game, but they were no match for us. Okay, that's a little tunnel connecting back to the main caverns. A whole row of special dots here. How interesting. It's a tiny patch of strange, pretty nettles. Okay, neat to know about, but we don't really have the inventory space for them right now. Aha, and this is an area that we can get to by river or by land, and is full of bats that we do not care about. You find a tiny patch of purplish mold. Well, if we take this, we find it is not an inventory item, it is part of our special items. So it might have a little bit more significance. I wonder what else we can find along this river. Like, interesting looking tower, perhaps? More cave bats that run away from us. You round a huge stalagmite and are greeted with a bizarre sight. An ancient, withered woman, stirring a cauldron bubbling over a fire of burning moss. When she sees you, she waves for you to come closer. You begin to step forward, but then you begin to smell the wonderful vapors coming from the cauldron. You stop moving. The witch says, "That's far enough, my poppets. I need a favor." She holds up a bunch of purplish mold. "I need 5 more bunches of this stuff to finish the special brew I'm making. If you can provide it, I will grant you a boon. There are 5 bunches nearby. I can sense them. Now go on." She waves you away and you stumble off, fuzzy-headed. When you're back around the stalagmite, the lightheadedness fades. No telling what kind of fumes are coming from that cauldron. So you said purple mold, like this one we have here? Again, the fumes overcome you. The witch says, "No, my little darlings, you are not yet done. I said 5 bunches." She waves you off, and you mutely obey. Okay, let's go searching for some more mold then. I mostly remember where they are, but it will take a little bit of finding. Okay, we're putting a pin in that one for later. Oh, mold patches, where are you? There's one. I'm sure I know where more of them are. Don't make me go look this up. And after way too much poison, got a third one. Okay. Now, I was sure there was one hidden in this outcropping. Maybe not. I somehow doubt she's going to have one hidden beyond the ominous-looking stone fort there. You know what? Hang on a moment. Okay, and we're back. Now, I've got one more idea here before we go searching across the river. What do you know? There's a patch right next to the witch. So I definitely misremembered something there, and that's a lot of undeads and demons. Let's see how many we can go scare off. Huh. Okay, then. Mal, do you still have Demon Slayer equipped? Yes! Heh, so it turns out ghouls are actually pretty weak sauce by now. And the final patch of mold. Awfully well guarded. We definitely need to investigate this tower pretty soon. But we are nearing the end of time for the episode. Have we got enough mold chunks? Indeed we do. You approach, and the fumes again overwhelm you. The witch steps forward, relieves you of the moss, returns to her cauldron, and throws them in. When she does, a burst of smoke emerges and envelops her. When it clears, you see a statuesque young woman of frightening beauty. She looks you over, slowly and coldly, and says, "Hello, travelers. I am Erica, Master Incantatrix of Exile. I can aid you in what you seek, whatever it may be. My tower is near here. The password for the third gate is Dry Rot. Getting past the first two gates is your problem." With that, she and the cauldron disappear, leaving no trace of having ever been there. So I believe that tower we saw nearby belongs to Erica. Still not so sure about the fort with the lava here, but we'll be investigating one or even both of those in the next episode. See you later, folks.